My name is Sean Byron. I'm an assistant coach here with Michigan Volleyball. One of the things that we did today is we took a session and we did some individual blocking work. Some of the things that we did with our middle attackers is we just had them jump and touch and keep their hands stable. We want them to be able to take some space away rather than necessarily chase the ball all the time. I think the direction of the ball happens in a short space, and we want them to be able to just take some space away rather than try and chase the ball. Later we saw that they made some moves in the middle and then out to the outside, and what we did was we had them stay square instead of trying to chase the ball with both hands and go and get the ball. Later we have a player on the right side that we put some pre-wrap around. So what happens with the pre-wrap is we just wanted her to keep her hands stable instead of, if the ball was in the middle, reach and be real small. I mean, she's 6'5" and touches 10'7", but when she blocks like this, she's awful small, and we want her to keep her hands wide. We have another player that probably blocks a little bit too wide, and we like to have her keep her hands shoulder width and just be able to understand that they can jump and hold their hands and let the attacker bring the ball back to them, or they can dig around it. They don't have to chase it. The last thing with their hand position that we talked about was, as they're up, if they do see a ball that's coming cross court, instead of make a move with two hands this way, we like them to just push their shoulder forward, almost like a goalie would in soccer or hockey, where you close the distance, and you can close that gap by closing the distance rather than try and go this way. A phrase that we use all the time is one good hand is better than two bad hands off the net. We like them to do both, whatever they really feel comfortable with. I mean, obviously, if it's in system and it's a good pass, they might have to shuffle if we're asking them to help in space. But if their only responsibility is one attacker, then we want them to cross over and take an approach jump and be as big as they can. Some are more naturally comfortable crossing over. Some are more comfortable shuffling, and we let them do what they want. I don't want to, make it the Fred Astaire dance school where they've got to be able to figure their feet out. We just want their hands to be big and wide and as long as possible in that zone. One of the things with blocking the line that we talk about is, like, you had a big water barrel in front of you and you've got to be able to hold the barrel around. It's the same thing with your outside hand. You've got to get around the ball and hold the barrel and get around the barrel so the ball comes back to the middle of the court. But it's not chasing it with both hands where now we're small again. We want to stay big, but just if the ball does hit the block, it goes back across the net.